Good morning, students. Chapter 7 Matrices and Determinants. So, first we are going to see the definition of a matrix. A matrix is a rectangular array or arrangement of entries or elements displayed in rows and columns put within a square bracket. Okay, see that here I have given the examples. Here the elements 2, 0, minus 1, 1, 4, 5, 9, minus 8, 6. They are called entries or elements. Okay, 2, 0, minus 1. So, these elements are called row. So, horizontal lines of elements are known as rows. So, 2, 0, minus 1, the elements are in the first row. 1, 4, 5, they are the elements in the second row. And 9, minus 8, 6, the elements present in the third row. So, the horizontal lines of elements are known as rows. Okay, and 2, 1, 9. So, these elements are arranged in columns. So, the vertical lines of elements are known as columns. So, 0, 4, minus 8 is the second column. Minus 1, 5, 6 is the third column. So, the entries, elements displayed in rows and columns put within a square bracket. This arrangement is called a matrix. And we have to give name for the matrix. Here the first matrix is named as capital A and the second matrix is named as capital B. So what is row? The horizontal lines of elements are known as rows. Here you see that first row, what are the elements are there? 1, 5, minus 7. In the third row, root 5, 2 and A. Okay. In the second column, so what is column? Vertical lines of elements are known as columns. Vertical lines of elements are known as columns. You see the second column in the B matrix, what is it? 5, 1 by 2, 2, minus 3. Okay. So you see that the row entries or the elements, what arrangement? It is a rectangular arrangements of elements displayed in rows and columns and put within a square bracket is called a matrix. Okay, you see that. Next we are going to see the order and size of the matrix. So, you see that if a matrix A, so I'll take the matrix capital A, has m rows, so and n columns. If the A matrix has m rows and n columns, then the order or size of the matrix A is defined to be m by n. So first you have to write number of rows and in between you put a cross, but you have to read as by, okay, and number of columns. So first the order and size of the matrix, if you have to write, the first one you have to write the number of rows and cross and number of columns. But while you are saying, you have to say m by n. This is the order or size of the matrix. You take the example. You see now A matrix. How many rows it has? What is a row? It's a horizontal lines, okay, of elements. So see that here you are having first row, second row and third row. So it has 3 rows. And how many columns it has? First column, second column and third column. So it is A matrix. The order of size of the matrix A is 3 by 3. Okay, coming to B, how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So B has how many rows? 4 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. So the order or size of the matrix B is 4 by 3 because it has 4 rows and 3 columns. Okay, so order and size of the matrix we have completed. So using this we are going to do the exercise 7.1, the first problem. You see that construct an matrix, construct an M by N matrix A. So what is the name of the matrix? A. Okay, so whose elements, how they are? It is Aij. What is Aij? Elements which is in the ith row and jth column of capital A. So the matrix name is A. It has how many rows? M rows and n columns. The order of A is what? M by n, where small aij. Small aij is what? The elements in the matrix capital A. So aij, how is given? Aij is equal to I minus 2j the whole squared by 2. So the elements, it will be in this form with, you see the matrix, M is equal to 2 and N is equal to 3. That means this A matrix has how many rows? 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, what is it? We are going to construct a matrix capital A whose order is 2 by 3. That is 2 rows and 3 columns we have to write. Okay, see now, first element, what it will be? A11. What is A11? The element present in first row and first column. Okay, so here when you compare this, in the place of I you are having 1 and in the place of J also 1. So when you substitute here, it is 1 minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2 the whole squared by 2. What is 1 minus 2? That is minus 1. Minus 1 the whole squared by 2, that is 1 by 2. Next we have to go to the first row, second column. So it is denoted as A12. What is A12? Element present in the first row, second column. So here your I is 1 and your J is 2. So when you substitute here, it is 1 minus 2 2s are 4. So 1 minus 4 the whole square divided by 2. What is 1 minus 4? That is minus 3. Minus 3 the whole square is 9. 9 by 2. Next, A13. So the element present in the first row and third column. Okay, can you write this element A13 because it has how many columns? 3 columns. So definitely A13 will be there. So when you substitute here, in the place of I is 1, in the place of J is 3. So it is 1 minus 3 is 6 the whole squared by 2. What is 1 minus 6? That is minus 5. Minus 5 the whole squared is 25 by 2. So can you write A14? That is first row and fourth column. Here the column only 3 columns. So we should not exceed more than that. So first row elements we have completed. So you have 2 rows. So we are going for the second row. So how it will be denoted? A21. That means what? The element present in the second row and the first column. So now your I is 2 and your J is 1. So when you substitute here, in the place of I it is 2 minus 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 the whole squared is 0 by 2, that is 0. Next one, you have to take the element of A22. So what is A22? Element present in the second row and second column. So what you have to substitute? Where you have to substitute? You have to substitute the general result. What is it? Aij. What is I is 2. What is J? 2. But 2 minus 4 the whole square divided by 2. That is 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Minus 2 the whole square is 4. 4 by 2 is 2. Next you have to go for A23. That is second row, third column. So when you substitute in this general term, in the place of I is 2, in the place of J is 3. So it is 2 minus 6 the whole square. What is it? Minus 4. Minus 4 the whole square is 16. 16 by 2 is 8. Okay. So we have found all the elements of A. So we are going to construct what matrix? 2 by 3 matrix. 2 rows and 3 columns. So you have to arrange A11, A12, A13. Next A21, A22, A2, 3. So, and you have to give name this as A. Okay, so we'll come to the second subdivision. Aij is equal to modulus of 3i minus 4j divided by 4 with m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 4. What is m? Number of rows. So 3 rows and how many columns? 4 columns. So you are going to construct a matrix A of order 3 by 4. So you have to proceed A11. So the element present in the first row, first column. So I is 1 and j is 1. So when you substitute, it is 3 minus 4 by 4 modulus. So modulus of minus 1. What is modulus of minus 1? That is 1 by 4. In the same way, you have to find A12. So I is 1 and j is 2. So when you substitute 3 minus 8. So your answer is 5 by 4. Next you have to go for A13. So I is 1 and j is 3. So when you substitute, it is 3 minus 12 by 4. So that is modulus of minus 8 by 4. Modulus of minus 8 is 8 by 4. Okay. So I have written here A14. Why I have chosen this element? Because this is the element present in the first row, fourth column. Here your column is what? Number of column is 4 columns. So A14 has to be written. So in the place of I is 1, in the place of j is 4. So when you substitute here, modulus of 3 minus 4 4s are 16. So 3 minus 16 is minus 13 within the modulus divided by 4. So modulus of minus 13 is 13 by 4. In the same way, you have to find out A21. So you have to substitute in the place of I as 2 and the place of j as 1. So here you will have 3 2s are 6 minus 4. So your answer is 2 by 4. In the same way, you have to find out A22, A23 and A24. Okay. So next we have to go for A31. Why? So we have to construct a matrix with how many rows? 3 rows. So therefore A31, A32 and A33, A34. So you have to find using the general term. So finally you are going to write the matrix A. You see to that matrix A. How does A11? So this is A11, this is A12, A13, A14. Next row A21, A22, A23, A24. Next A31, A32 and A33, A34. So from all the elements, what is common? It is 1 by 4 is common, so it can be taken out. So the remaining is written. So this matrix A having the order 3 by 4. Okay. So next we are moving to the topic types of matrices. So first we are going to see the row matrix. So row matrix means a matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. So see that this matrix A having how many rows? Only one rows. How many columns? 3 columns. Okay, so the matrix having only one row, it is called a row matrix. In the same way, a matrix having only one column is called a column matrix. So here I have written. So it has only one column. Okay, and you see that zero matrix, or otherwise we can call it as a null matrix or void matrix. So what is called a zero matrix? All the entries in that matrix are zero. That matrix is called a zero matrix. This is a zero matrix of order 1, 1 by 1. This is a zero matrix of order 2 rows and 4 columns, 2 by 4. This is a zero matrix of order 3 by 3. Okay, all the elements in the matrix are 0. That matrix is called a zero matrix or null matrix or void matrix. So the next we are moving to see that. So 3 square matrix, the 4 types of matrix: square matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, and unit matrix or identity matrix. You see that square matrix. What is a square matrix? Here I have given the example. So A matrix, it's a square matrix. So what is a square matrix? A matrix in which number of rows is equal to number of columns is called a square matrix. You see that number of rows and number of columns are equal, that matrix is a square matrix. So you see that in this example, how many rows it has? 3 rows. And how many more columns? 3 columns. So therefore this matrix is a square matrix. So we can say this matrix is square matrix of order 3. So square matrix means number of rows and number of columns are equal. So it's a square matrix of order 3 means it has 3 rows and 3 columns. So the next one, you see that diagonal matrix. So in the square matrix, okay, all the entries except the main diagonal, which is called the main diagonal. So see that ACL, this is called the main diagonal or principal diagonal elements, we can say. Except this main diagonal elements, the remaining entries are 0. That square matrix is called a diagonal matrix. So diagonal, main diagonal mattum da elements irukanum, meedi ellame 0 aachuna and the square matrix is called a diagonal matrix. You see the example here I have given. So main diagonal elements is there, ACL. The remaining elements are 0. See the definition. In a square matrix, all the entries except the entries along the main diagonal are 0 is called a diagonal matrix. Okay, next one we are coming to the scalar matrix. You see that here how I have written, in the diagonal matrix the main diagonal elements are same. That matrix is called a scalar matrix. So already the first one we have started square matrix. Square matrix means number of rows and number of columns are equal. But scalar matrix, how it should be? It should be in the diagonal matrix. So diagonal matrix means what? So all the entries except the main diagonal are 0. So the main diagonal elements ellame same irundaduna diagonal matrix la, that diagonal matrix is called a scalar matrix. So in the diagonal matrix abdinave it is understood that except the main diagonal all the entries are 0. So now the entries along the main diagonal are equal. That is called a scalar matrix. You see that example here, ACL. Okay, the remaining entries are 0. So main diagonal la mattum elements irukku, meedi ellame 0. That is called a diagonal matrix. So in the main diagonal entries same ah irundaduna, that is called a scalar matrix. You see the next one, unit or identity matrix. So in the scalar matrix, in the scalar matrix means what? All the entries except the diagonal are 0 first, and the main diagonal element is how it should be. They should be same na scalar matrix. And the entry, if it is 1 means that matrix is a unit matrix or identity matrix. You see that here I have written the main diagonal elements is A. So that is a scalar matrix. That A, when it is equal to 1, so the main diagonal elements are 1, that scalar matrix is a unit matrix or identity matrix. See, identity matrix, we will not denote ABC. So we will have the specific name I1. What is I1? Identity matrix of order 1. Order 1 means what? It is a 1 row, 1 column. So it will be like this. What is I2? It's an identity matrix of order 2. That means it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So therefore 1, 0, 0, 1. And I3. What is I3? 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So it's identity matrix of order 3. You see that? In a scalar matrix, the entries along the main diagonal are 1. It's called a unit matrix. The main diagonal elements are 0, the main diagonal elements are equal. That matrix is a scalar matrix. They are equal to 1 means that is called a unit matrix. You see that from the example, it will be very clear. So number of rows and number of columns are equal, that is a square matrix. So in the square matrix, except the main diagonal elements, the remaining are 0. That is called a diagonal matrix. So in the diagonal matrix, the main diagonal entries are equal, that is a scalar matrix. So in the scalar matrix, the main diagonal elements are 1, that is called a unit matrix or identity matrix. So we are moving to the next type. What is it? It is a triangular matrices. Okay, so in the triangular matrices you have two types. One is a upper triangular matrix, another one is a lower triangular matrix. Here I have given the example. You see that upper triangular matrix. So you see this is the main diagonal element. So above that you will have entry, below that all the entries are 0. That is called the upper triangular matrix. You see, upper triangular means the entries above the diagonal, there should be some entries, but all the entries below the diagonal are 0. That is called a upper triangular matrix. You see that above the diagonal you will have some triangle. I have written some entries, but below the diagonal you see that all the entries are 0. This is called a upper triangular matrix. And come to the lower triangular matrix. So see that above the main diagonal all the entries are 0, but below only you will have entries. So that is called a lower triangular matrix. You see the definition. So we are using where the zeros are, using that only we are going to give the definition. A square matrix is said to be an upper triangular matrix if all the entries below the main diagonal are 0. So we will not write where the entries are. So we will concentrate only on the zeros. So upper triangular matrix means below the diagonal or 0. Below the main diagonal or 0, it is called a upper triangular matrix. But you see that lower triangular matrix, a square matrix is said to be a lower triangular matrix if all the elements above the main diagonal are 0. That is called a lower triangular matrix. You see that if a square matrix which is either upper triangular or lower triangular is called a triangular matrix. Anything upper triangular illana lower triangular irundaduna, that square matrix is called a triangular matrix. You see that a square matrix that is both upper and lower triangular simultaneously. So ஒரு square matrixல upper triangular matrix and lower triangular matrix simultaneously if we can write, that will turn out to be a diagonal matrix. So what will happen? Upper triangular matrix means below the main diagonal all the entries should be 0, and lower triangular matrix means above the main diagonal all the entries are 0. So what is it called? It is called a diagonal matrix. So a square matrix that is both upper and lower triangular simultaneously will turn out to be a diagonal matrix. Okay, so next topic, it's a equality of matrices. So see that we'll have 2 or 3 matrices when it will be equal. So here we have taken 2 matrices. One is A having the element Aij. Another matrix is B having the elements Bij. Are equal if and only if, you see, both A and B are of the same order. The 2 matrices having the same order. Now what does same order mean? If A has 2 rows and 3 columns means B also should have 2 rows and 3 columns. Then only A and B are of the same order. So order should be same. That is the first condition. What is the second condition? The corresponding entries of A and B are equal. What is the corresponding entries? So the element present in the first row, first column of A should be equal to the element present in the first row, first column of B. Okay, so that is called the corresponding entries of A and B are equal. That is Aij is equal to Bij for all I and j. Okay, using this we are going to do the problem exercise 7.1 second problem. Find the values of P, Q, R and S if these two matrices are equal. So you see that here left side one matrix is given which is equal to the right hand side matrices. So when the two matrices are equal, the order should be same. You see what is the order of left hand side matrix? It is a 3 by 3 matrix. In the right hand side also it is also a 3 by 3 matrix. So the order are same. If the order are same, and the next one what should be? The corresponding entries should be same. Okay, so using that, it is given that these two matrices are equal. So the corresponding entries should be equal. So from that, we are going to find the value of P, Q, R and S. So P term where it is, here you are having P square minus 1. This is the element present in the first row, first column. So in this side, in this matrix, what is the element present in the first row, first column? 1. So therefore, P square minus 1 is equal to 1. Minus 1, when you bring it to next side, it is plus 1. So P squared is equal to 2. You want P one way. So Py is equal to plus or minus square root of 2. So we have found the value of P. Next, you need Q. Where is the Q term? So here, it is present in the first row, third column. So here in the right hand side matrix also you see that first row third column is minus 4. So minus 31 minus q cube is equal to minus 4. So minus 31. So minus 4 when you bring it to the left side it is plus 4 and minus q cube when you bring it to the right side it is plus q cube. Okay. So minus 31 plus 4. What is it? Minus 27. That is equal to q cube. So minus 27, how it will be written? Minus 3 the whole cube. So therefore q is equal to minus 3. So we have found p and q values. What is the next one? R is needed. See where is R? So here you will have in the left side matrix. So it is a second row, second column. So same way you just see the second row, second column. Here you are having 3 by 2. So therefore the corresponding entries are equal. So R plus 1 is equal to 3 by 2. So R is equal to what? 3 by 2 minus 1. Plus 1, when you take it to the next side, it is minus 1. So when you take LCM, it is 3 minus 2 by 2. That is 1 by 2. So we have found R also. Next, what is asked? Yes. So see now, where the S term is in the left side matrix, your S term is in the last element, that is the third row, third column. Here also, what is third row, third column? It is minus pi. So S minus 1 is equal to minus pi. So S is equal to, what's answer? Minus pi plus 1. So we have found P, Q, R and S values if the two matrices are equal. And coming to the third problem, determine the value of x plus y. So we have to find x plus y if the two matrices are equal. So left side one matrix which is equal to the right side matrix. When the two matrices are equal, under two conditions. The first condition is the order should be same and the second condition is the corresponding entries should be same. You see the order of the left hand side matrix, it is 2 by 2. And coming to the right hand side matrix also 2 by 2. So the order is same. So next one, the corresponding entries should be same. That means what? Your 2x plus y which is equal to 7. And 4x is equal to 7y minus 13. And the next one, 5x minus 7 is equal to y. And 4x is equal to x plus 6. You see that first term, if you equate here, you will have x and y. Okay, so we can't find the value directly. Next one, you take 4x is equal to 7y minus 13. So this also x and y is there. And go to the third one, 5x minus 7 is equal to y. That also you are having x and y term. So take the last one. 4x is equal to x plus 6. Here you will have only x term. So first I'll take 4x is equal to x plus 6. Bring this x to the next side. That is minus x. So 4x minus x is 3x. 3x is equal to 6 means x is equal to 2. So using this we have found the value of x. Next you take any one of the entries. So I'll take the first one. What is it? 2x plus y is equal to 7. Okay, in the place of x you have to substitute the value as 2. So 2 2s are 4. 4 plus y is equal to 7. So y is equal to 7 minus 4. So y is equal to 3. What is asked? X and y is not asked. What is asked? X plus y. So when you add, x is 2 and y is 3. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So the value of x plus y is 5. Thank you, students.